Bear is about the forbidden love story of Peter and Jason, two students in a Catholic boarding school, and it focuses on the conflicts that arise when you're not being true to yourself and when you're hiding who you are from the church, from your family, from your friends. It's a really personal story for a lot of people in the cast, and I think that's what's made it so special to everyone, is that they've all connected to their characters in some way.
My performance in this play is kind of based off of real life scenarios. I was dating a guy, and except the roles were reversed. He was out of the closet and I was the Jason of the relationship, and I was so scared of telling my family and my friends, and that's what ultimately broke me and him up, which is the same thing that happens in the play because I was too afraid and too fearful to tell anyone.
It's a pop opera, so it's 36 songs straight through, and we've incorporated American Sign Language into scenes to heighten the storytelling.
Well, there was a lot of memorizing because obviously the show is a pop opera, so it's basically all singing. There are hardly any big chunks of dialogue in the show, so there was a lot of learning the words, learning the notes. The music is pretty complex in terms of where we're moving around on the scale, and especially with Nadia, she's very poetic whenever she sings, so I kind of had to work on making sure that those words felt like they were real and like they made sense when they came out of my mouth.
So I started work on the show about a year ago, about last January, and I was throwing around the idea of what to produce, and I decided that Bear was something that would work really well in this space with the people we have, with the community that we have, and it's a conversation we haven't had here yet.
The general public still has a sense that homosexuality is something that's taboo, and I think that the play kind of puts to the forefront that imposing that mindset on young people when they're young, it does have ramifications in their later life that can be irreversible. So people need to see it to open their eyes and realize that love is love, and there's nothing wrong with loving who you want to love and expressing that love and being comfortable in who you are.
I think that there is a story for everybody in Bear, even though whenever people talk about it, they really do emphasize Jason and Peter, and they are the main focus of the show. But you've also got themes like unrequited love, you've got true love, you've got people struggling with their body image, you've got people struggling to accept tradition and kind of like the rules and regulations of the Catholic Church, and you have a lot of teen angst, which everybody seems to really relate to. Even if you're older, you remember that. So I think that it's important to come to see because there's something for everybody in the story, and because, as both Cam and Ethan mentioned, it's a very important story to be told, especially around here.
That's not something that you would hear in East Tennessee very often, not openly talked about. And we want to raise a dialogue. We want to say, hey, this is what society does to people, students, kids. They're like 17, 18 years old, they're kids. This is what society is causing them to think and causing them to feel, and how it's really damaging to a person's psyche. And I think that's something that we need.